And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruby, and this is my review for Major. Let me know in the comments below, have you seen this, or is this on your watch list when it comes to a theatre near you, that might be difficult, or are you going to wait for streaming services later down the line? But for now, let's jump in. Based on the life of Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, who was martyred in action during the November 2008 Mumbai attacks and was consequently awarded the Ashoka Chakra, India's highest peacetime gallantry award, on the 26th January 2009. Now, the first thing I should say, going into this film, you should have an expectation of what this film actually is. It's not an all-out action sort of die-hard film that some might be going in the perception with. It's more the chronicalization of Major Sandeep. You get to see his family life, how he was shaped up in the army, and so you have these kind of snapshots of him in the beginning of the character that he is. You get to see behind the soldier that is basically the guy that is the hero at the end. It's based on a true story. I think there was either a film or a series beforehand, but this is kind of the newest iteration. And one of the things that this film was highlighting, well, at least in the trailers and the clips you've seen and the people who've been talking about it, say, yeah, this is going to be all out balls action. And I think a lot of people going into this film is going to be thinking that. Now, you do get that, and I have to say, for the action itself, it's very grounded. There is a lot of fast-paced hand-to-hand action, but all believable. Now, the hero does have a sort of, how do you say, plot protection until there is no plot protection until you're written out. That sort of kind of action sequences, and it is fairly unbelievable in parts, but because you know it's based in fact, because the martial arts itself, or the hand-to-hand, almost Krav Maga, using stuff around you, using your weapons as a weapon rather than just using them to spray bullets, or using your environments around, all of that is showcased beautifully, and it's kind of believable with some of that amount of training. Although there was a particular moment when there was a female character that did this amazing move, and I was just like, whoa, how strong is she? Is that available? A little bit took me out of the film. There are moments that you'll be like, I'm not sure I believed all of that, but for the most part, the look with the action, the cinematography is great. I think one of the things that I wasn't sold on, which is unusual, is the score. Sometimes the scores just don't settle right for me. For this, I felt like it needed, for those action sequences, bigger, more hyper-realistic. Maybe they were going for grounded, which is why it was not quite what I was expecting. It just didn't sit right for me. That's not to say I didn't enjoy the film. It did take me a while to figure out, oh, okay, this is more like a biopic than just an action film. You have to earn those action set pieces, and when you do, it's worth the wait. But it's more celebrating Major Sandeep, and I'm not going to try and pronounce the next part of the name because I'll decimate it, and I don't want to do that. I just think, all in all, the acting was good. There's an interesting romance story in there. I think the relationship, the family, seeing him growing up, those kind of moments of building that character, it's all kind of building to that one moment, that one mission. Yeah, it's very well put together. Feels like an epic. The design of those set pieces, when you get to those last half an hour, it all kind of puts you in the zone, in the mood of you expecting something big, but you really feel like you've earned it. And I think that's very cleverly done. There's a balance to show of a hero of this type of nature, especially when tackling something that I guess means a lot to people. And so you've got to balance that to actually showing a good adventure film, showing something that is really enjoyable to watch, and then showing something that means a lot to people. So you're balancing those emotions. And I think they do that really well. One of those surprising films that you go in with an expectation of what a film is, and then ends up being something else, but you end up enjoying it more, probably more so than your traditional Die Hard Hero Saves the Day biopic film, with that done well. Great acting for the most part. I didn't think everybody nailed it. There is one, I think the dad, sometimes it feels like he's overextending his angriness, and every time you see him he feels like he's angry. But for the most part, everybody else, I felt like even the romance was good. The development of the main protagonist, Major Sandeep, seeing him grow as a character was the most rewarding thing for the viewer. So you believe it when he's able to do those things because he's earned it himself. You've earned it watching it. Very well put together film. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to give this 4 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Definitely worth watching if you can find it. Thanks so much. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long Tuesday.